Coming up on BNN's National News in 30, we'll have an inside look at this year's Consumer Electronics Show and how it could change how you watch TV. Also, we'll take a look inside some of the Cadillac features of luxury. Plus, sunlight is a need most of us are not aware of our body needs. We look at how to get more. All this and more on BNN's National News in 30.
Hey everyone, I'm Justine Santinello. Looking to indulge and pamper the one you love this Valentine's Day? Check this out. This is the new Chocomania range from The Body Shop. It's inspired by, you guessed it, chocolate. Plus, all of the products are made with community fair trade ingredients. So it's really a gift that gives back. Check out the gift sets for the whole Chocomania experience. Super cool. Now, if you're looking to do something fun this Valentine's Day, how about breakfast in bed? I have just the thing to serve. Nature's Path Organic Love Crunch Granola comes in 4 delicious flavors. And through their Bite for Bite initiative, Nature's Path will donate each bag equivalent amount to food banks up to $1 million a year. So it's really the granola with a heart. No matter how you choose to spend your Valentine's Day, make sure that you tell the ones that you love them and what makes them special to you. Have a very happy Valentine's Day. I'm Justine Santinello.
Thanks for tuning in to Broadcast News Network's National News in 30. I'm Stephanie Olney. AT&T plans to take delivery of 1,200 Chevrolet Express compressed natural gas on CNG dedicated cargo vans to be deployed to AT&T service centers nationwide. It's the largest ever order of CNG vehicles from General Motors. AT&T, which has announced its intention to invest up to $565 million to deploy approximately 15,000 alternative fuel vehicles over a 10-year period through 2018, will use the vans to provide and maintain communications, high-speed internet, and television services for AT&T customers.
Compressed natural gas, or CNG, is among the cleanest burning of any alternative fuel choice that a fleet has. They can actually cut CO2 emissions by over 15% compared to petroleum-based products. CNG is also available domestically. There is an abundant supply in North America. Some forecasters put it at over 100 years supply, which is very significant. And very, very importantly to fleets, the price of CNG is not tied to the price of petroleum. So they can plan consistently for their fuel prices throughout the year and control their budgets.
What happens at the Inco Union City plant is that we convert the GMT 610 van for General Motors to run on compressed natural gas versus gasoline. People would want the CNG technology in their vehicle for cleaner emissions, lower fuel cost, better preventative maintenance and care because the vehicle doesn't have nearly the pollutants in the engine, so the engine is a lot cleaner burning.
In 2009, AT&T announced that we would be investing $565 million over 10 years to deploy more than 15,000 alternative fuel vehicles within AT&T's fleet. However, greening our fleet is only one portion of our sustainability program. Our sustainability program includes several different initiatives such as environmental, society, governance, as well as a number of workplace initiatives. After the deployment of the 1,200 CNG Chevy Express vans that AT&T is purchasing from GM, there will be 2 primary benefits. One is that AT&T on an annual basis will avoid the purchase of 1 million gallons of gasoline for our vehicles. 2, we will reduce our greenhouse gas emissions by roughly 1,900 metric tons. AT&T decided to purchase the Chevy Express CNG vans because GM offers what we consider one-stop shopping. Once we order the CNG van from GM then takes care of the rest. So AT&T finds that very attractive for a couple of reasons. 1, product quality. 2, cost savings.
Welcome back to BNN. I'm Stephanie Olney. As we near the end of winter and getting closer and closer to daylight savings time, one company is getting in on making the best of this welcome change. Daylight is a vital source of energy for human beings, and when we're exposed to plenty of daylight, we have a general sense of well-being because daylight has an effect on our so-called circadian rhythm regulation, our sleep quality, and our alertness. Reality is, however, that we spend 90% of our time indoors. But by raising levels of daylight in buildings, the people using them and living in them will feel less of the stress factors caused by the lack of daylight. The most efficient way to get daylight into a building is through the roof. Research shows that daylight has a better light quality than electric lighting, and with roof windows, it's possible to avoid using artificial light even on a gray day.
When the daylight hours decrease, many people, especially in the northern latitudes where winter hours of daylight are fewer, complain about feeling down. We are hit by the winter blues. That's why it's so important to make the most of the daylight we get during autumn and winter. The reality is, however, that we spend 90% of our time indoors. But by raising levels of daylight in buildings, the people using them and living in them will feel less of the stress factors caused by lack of daylight. Daylight is a vital source of energy for human beings. When we're exposed to plenty of daylight, we have a general sense of well-being because daylight has an effect on our so-called circadian rhythm regulation, our sleep quality, and alertness. The most efficient way to get daylight into a building is through the roof. Research shows that daylight has a better light quality than electric lighting, and with roof windows, it's possible to avoid using artificial light even on a grey day. Furthermore, natural daylight brings us passive solar heat when we're indoors. The issue of daylight in buildings and its effect on people is very important because it places a substantial burden both on individuals and the economy. Therefore, buildings need to have well-thought-out daylight designs which will create healthy indoor climate and save energy at the same time. The Velux Group has a long tradition of bringing daylight and fresh air into buildings through the roof. Every building and all human beings deserve plenty of daylight.
In previous years, a luxury car was synonymous with a big car, but not anymore. Cadillac just unveiled the new ATS at the Detroit Auto Show, a compact-sized luxury car intended to challenge the world's best premium cars. Sneak peeks of the new Cadillac ATS were spotted online before now, but only under camouflage. Now we can show you video of the car in full living color. The dashboard will feature an innovative digital display called the CUE, or Cadillac User Experience, which allows the driver to customize what is displayed in front of them as they're driving. The CUE is designed to reduce driver distraction, limiting the number of buttons on the device. The CUE has only 4 buttons, whereas other luxury vehicles have 20.
In Detroit, it may be cold outside this time of year, but inside at this year's auto show, car makers are celebrating rebounding sales by rolling out their latest technology.
Sure, we've been in a recession and a downturn, and it feels like we've never gotten out of it, but that doesn't mean that there aren't people buying luxury cars. The compact in the luxury segment is really important. It's the entryway for a lot of consumers to get into that brand.
Up until now, the domestic manufacturers haven't had a lot to compete in the small premium marketplace. But Cadillac is entering into this luxury small car market with a car that's very lightweight, it's got a lot of horsepower, and it's also full of technology.
The sporty German luxury cars like BMW's 3 Series and Mercedes C-Class are getting some American competition.
Whether it's BMW, Mercedes, Lexus, or Audi, they're all great products. And so to be able to compete with them, you have to have the ability to have an all-new architecture so you can work the details, you can work all the fundamentals the way they need to be.
That's on the outside. Inside, the ATS is pushing the envelope with iPad-like controls and customizable LCD screens on its new Q system.
With a command either on the steering wheel or on the touchscreen, you can access all kinds of voice commands in natural voice rec, just like I'm speaking right now, to be able to tune the radio, to be able to call your home, call your friend, to be able to get to an address.
Play XM 31.
31 XM, correct?
Yes.
The ATS can handle up to 10 Bluetooth-enabled devices, such as mobile phones and MP3 players, all voice-activated, so drivers will be able to keep their hands on the wheel and their eyes on the road. I'm Chris Hansen.
Stick around because after the break, we're going to take a look at what's going on in sports.
When it comes to eggs, hard-boiled means hard work. Well, not anymore. Introducing Eggies, the fast, easy way to cook hard-boiled eggs without the shell. Just crack and pour in your egg. Boil it right on your stovetop. Then twist it open for a perfect hard-boiled egg. You can even make healthy egg white eggs that are cholesterol-free. And because you cook without the shell, you can add seasoning and ingredients before you boil. Now you can even hard-boil healthy eggs from a carton. And because Eggies cook flat on the bottom, they're easier to decorate and eat. Stop peeling all day and enjoy hard-boiled eggs the Eggies way. You'll get 6 Eggies for just $10. As a bonus, you'll get the Eggie Slicer. Just place and slice for perfect results every time. And here's something to get egg-cited about. We'll send you a second complete Eggie system. Just pay separate processing and handling.
To order Eggies for $10 plus processing and handling, call 1-800-370-8003 or visit us online at geteggiestv.com.
I know I should have health insurance, but on my budget, I just can't afford it. I need help.
I design homes to protect people, but I can't afford health insurance to protect my own family. What can I do?
It's time to call ICANN, a name you can trust. If you've had problems affording major medical insurance or have been turned down due to health issues, you do have a choice. ICANN offers you options including association group insurance programs and major medical plans to meet your family's needs and budget, because nothing is more important than your health. No matter your income or your pre-existing condition, call ICANN right now. If you could save hundreds of dollars a month or thousands of dollars a year, this is a call you can't afford not to make. Tens of thousands have trusted ICANN with their family's health, and so should you. So don't wait. Call ICANN right now. When you call, ask your ICANN agent about programs that include access to doctors 24 hours a day, 7 days a week from wherever you are. Don't wait. Call ICANN right now.
Is your crumbly meatloaf a pain to serve?
Hi, it's Mark with the Perfect Meatloaf Pan, the new non-stick way to bake, lift, and serve perfect meatloaf. Watch, prepare your favorite loaf, place it on this removable aerator tray, and pop it all in the oven. When done, presto, out comes your delicious meal all at once. Thanks to a durable non-stick coating, nothing sticks. But it's not just for meatloaf. Make succulent pork loin or roast and serve stuffed peppers without them ever falling apart. And it's all dishwasher safe. Order your Perfect Meatloaf Pan for just $19.95. You'll also receive Meatloaf in Minutes recipe book free. Call right now and receive this amazing slice and serve knife, no charge. Call or click right this minute and we'll double your order free. Just pay separate processing and handling. This incredible value is all yours for just $19.95.
To order Perfect Meatloaf for $19.95 plus processing and handling, you can call 1-800-854-1482. That's 1-800-854-1482, or visit us online at perfectmeatloaf.com. Call or log on now.
Welcome back to BNN. Now here's Alex Merlo with this week's look at what's going on in sports.
February 6, 2012 was a historic night for Kobe Bryant. What happened? Well, he only moved into 5th place on the all-time NBA scoring list. Bryant entered the night's game against the Philadelphia 76ers just 24 points shy of former teammate Shaquille O'Neal for that honor. Didn't take long as he connected on a tough jumper from the top of the key with 5 minutes and 7 seconds left in the first half to surpass Shaq. This milestone was extra special for Bryant as it happened in his hometown and he passed his old friend. Kobe and Shaq won 3 NBA titles and appeared in 4 finals together in 9 seasons as Laker teammates. Shaq, who retired last year after 19 NBA seasons, had this to say about his ex-mate. He said, quote, "I want to personally congratulate Kobe on being the greatest Laker ever. His accomplishment is great and well-deserved, and I'm really proud of him," end quote. Kobe, whose Lakers lost that night to the 76ers, entered the game as the NBA's leading scorer for the season, averaging 29.4 points per game. Now only Wilt Chamberlain, Karl Malone, Michael Jordan, and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar stand between Kobe and the record books for the NBA's all-time leading scorer. Bryant is no stranger to chasing Wilt. His 81 points back on January 22, 2006 is second only to Chamberlain's 100-point performance back on March 2, 1968 for most points scored in a single NBA game. Kobe's 2,883 career points in high school broke Wilt's previous record of 2,252 for the state of Pennsylvania.
Moving on to the NFL, February 6th was also a memorable day for New York Giants fans as they got to thank the G-Men up close and personal. Eli Manning and company were greeted with rousing cheers from 200-plus raucous fans as they arrived at their practice facility. The Giant faithful were lined up 3 to 4 people deep at the gates, just waiting to get a glimpse of their superheroes. New York beat the New England Patriots 21-17 to win Super Bowl 46 and capture their second world title in the last 4 seasons.
Thanks, Alex. Coming up after the break, we take a look at how sunlight plays a role in our health and some ideas to get more of it.
Attention homeowners. Are you struggling with your mortgage? Is your home worth less than you owe?
Call 888-390-5019
for a free consultation with a specialist.
They lowered my monthly payments and eliminated $50,000 in past due fees.
Wouldn't life be easier if you could lower your interest rate, reduce your mortgage balance, eliminate past due payments and fees, and lower your monthly mortgage payment?
My team cut my interest rates and lowered my monthly mortgage payments by over $1,500.
Call 888-390-5019.
Attention those on Medicare with diabetes. You may be eligible for an upgraded meter.
If you're tired of stabbing your fingertips to test your blood glucose, we have news that could change your life. If you're on Medicare with diabetes, then you need to know there's an alternative method for checking your blood glucose every day. You don't need to stab your fingertips anymore. The Embrace meter from Diabetes Care Club is easier to use and nearly painless. And the best news is that Diabetes Care Club would love to send you one of these meters. This method hurts less, and because you can see and hear your results, it may be easier to understand.
Your blood glucose reading is 89.
Call now to find out why. Nearly 250,000 patients have joined Diabetes Care Club. Membership is free, so is the call.
Call 1-800-677-9008. Call now.
Talk to Diabetes Care Club. You'll be glad you did.
Is your nonstick pan a sticking nightmare? Don't live in fear. The solution is here with Organic Kitchenware, the new nonstick cookware with revolutionary green ceramic coating. Now you can saute or fry with little or no grease or fat. Foods never stick, so you never scrub. Look how with just water, burnt fudge cleans up in a breeze. Don't worry about eggs sticking to the pan. They'll slide right out. Order your 9-inch Organic fry pan right now for just $19.99. If it ever dulls or damages, we'll replace it. Call or click right this minute and get a complete bonus second set. Just pay separate processing. And we'll also send you a bonus $20 value surprise gift. You get 2 Organic pans with recipe books, the surprise gift, and our lifetime warranty. A whopping $220 value all for just $19.99. And when you call, find out about free shipping.
Call 1-800-513-9364, but hurry, you'll get a bonus Organic pan and a $20 gift with today's orders. So call 1-800-513-9364. That's 1-800-513-9364.
A guide dog provides a blind or disabled person with the freedom to go wherever they need. That's why the law permits assistance dogs anywhere that's open to the public. Call 1-800-548-4337 or visit guidedog.org.
Hi, I'm Justine Santinello, and I brought with me some of my favorite items and ideas here to help you have a fabulous Valentine's Day. Do not forget to tell the ones you love that you love them. So in addition to the card, check this out. This is the Blooming Expressions flower from Hallmark. This is the first of its kind. It blooms to reveal your heartfelt message. Under $15, again from Hallmark, and they could keep it all year long to remind how much you love them. For the new relationship, pick up cute, corny items that can embrace the holiday, like the little ones that I have here, little trinkets. But for the truly committed couples, I have an unconventional idea for you: life insurance. If you think about it, it's a selfless, thoughtful gift. It's going to endure. You can check out insureyourlove.org for all the information. Make sure that the one you love is always secure and financially protected. There you have it, my tips for a special Valentine's Day.
Recently in Las Vegas, Ericsson hosted a number of seminars at the 2012 International CES, or Consumer Electronics Show, inviting headliners from the entertainment business to discuss changing business models brought on by mobility and broadband. Mobile broadband has brought TV outside the home and films outside the theater. Mobility is changing the entertainment industry in an era when the public wants entertainment on their terms. With free broadcast TV now available in most metropolitan cities by using an antenna, consumers are getting more out of their devices in and out of the house. Now let's go inside the Entertainment Matters, where Ericsson invited speakers from Warner Brothers Television, Sony Music, and Pandora.
On the first day of the Consumer Electronics Show, known as CES, thinkers gathered at Entertainment Everywhere, a series of panels sponsored by Variety and Ericsson, discussing how mobile broadband is affecting the entertainment industry. One of the sessions featured a conversation with Bruce Rosenblum, president of Warner Brothers Television.
I oversee all of the television businesses at Warner Brothers. We're the leading supplier of television content in our industry, and we distribute our content both here domestically and around the world. I think the most important thing we talked about today was that while all this new technology is enabling consumers to find content more conveniently, it's also a great opportunity for those of us in the storytelling business to make our content more accessible, to create a more intimate experience with our consumer. When you think about television, you can't be limited to thinking about that actual television set sitting in someone's living room. You have to think about it from a storytelling standpoint, whether the consumer's watching those stories on a handheld device, whether they're watching it on an iPad, or whether they're watching it on a nice 55-inch flat screen in their home. Television now has moved outside the home. It's moved into a mobile environment, and that's all great news. That's all opportunity for those of us who manufacture and distribute that kind of content.
In other sessions, key thinkers from companies like Pandora Radio and Sony discuss how the entertainment business is being reinvented.
There are lots of good topics talked about at the panel. I think there's some of the things that particularly resonated with me. I think everyone feels like I do that we're not quite sure how all the bandwidth is going to occur. And we can imagine all sorts of different applications. We can imagine all sorts of different devices. We can imagine lots of entrepreneurs building on the platform. But as we think forward about the amount of bandwidth that's going to be required to do all the things we've talked about, it feels to me that either I feel comfortable that it's Ericsson sort of leading the discussion because they're the ones that are going to solve it, or it's going to at some point be a major issue.
When we return, we'll take a look at how troops are training instead of fighting for their preparations to come home.
When it comes to eggs, hard-boiled means hard work. Well, not anymore. Introducing Eggies, the fast, easy way to cook hard-boiled eggs without the shell. Just crack and pour in your egg. Boil it right on your stovetop. Then twist it open for a perfect hard-boiled egg. You can even make healthy egg white eggs that are cholesterol-free. And because you cook without the shell, you can add seasoning and ingredients before you boil. Now you can even hard-boil healthy eggs from a carton. And because Eggies cook flat on the bottom, they're easier to decorate and eat. Stop peeling all day and enjoy hard-boiled eggs the Eggies way. You'll get 6 Eggies for just $10. As a bonus, you'll get the Eggie Slicer. Just place and slice for perfect results every time. And here's something to get egg-cited about. We'll send you a second complete Eggie system. Just pay separate processing and handling.
To order Eggies for $10 plus processing and handling, call 1-800-370-8003 or visit us online at geteggiestv.com.
I know I should have health insurance, but on my budget, I just can't afford it. I need help.
I design homes to protect people, but I can't afford health insurance to protect my own family. What can I do?
It's time to call ICANN, a name you can trust. If you've had problems affording major medical insurance or have been turned down due to health issues, you do have a choice. ICANN offers you options including association group insurance programs and major medical plans to meet your family's needs and budget, because nothing is more important than your health. No matter your income or your pre-existing condition, call ICANN right now. If you could save hundreds of dollars a month or thousands of dollars a year, this is a call you can't afford not to make. Tens of thousands have trusted ICANN with their family's health, and so should you. So don't wait. Call ICANN right now. When you call, ask your ICANN agent about programs that include access to doctors 24 hours a day, 7 days a week from wherever you are. Don't wait. Call ICANN right now.
When I'm driving someplace new or unfamiliar, I like to set my GPS and just relax, because I know it's going to get me there. For someone who's navigating with a disability, an assistance dog is even more indispensable. That dog can open up a whole new world with unlimited potential. That's why the law allows guide and service dogs any place that's open to the public. To learn more, visit the Guide Dog Foundation for the Blind at guidedog.org or call 800-548-4337.
Welcome back to Broadcast News Network. I'm Stephanie Olney. There is a lot of discussion and news about the U.S. moving out of Afghanistan, but there is a lot more to leaving than just packing up your bags and jumping on a plane. The Afghan Border Police, or ABP, not only guard the borders, but operate customs clearance for a high volume of supplies into the country in the north across the Friendship Bridge in Port Hiraton. Training for the ABP in northern Afghanistan has been provided by the U.S. Army's 170th Brigade, a fighting brigade now turned advisory force. They admit it's not the sort of work that makes headlines, but it's necessary for building a strong, sustainable organization. Let's take a closer look inside that training with NATO TV's Securing the Afghan North.
In the haze ahead is Uzbekistan, the country bordering Afghanistan's Balkh province on the north, along the Daryoy-Amu, or Amu River. This crossing, spanned by what is known as the Friendship Bridge, stands as one of ISAF's key supply routes into Afghanistan, alongside the Pakistani border crossing, which has been closed to traffic since November. The Afghan Border Police, or ABP, is the primary force guarding this crossing.
صرف دوسری پلیس هسته پلیس گمرک هسته و همراه کار میکنه در کنترل دیگه خود مردم در گاز.
Training for the ABP has been provided by the U.S. Army's 170th Brigade, a fighting brigade now turned advisory force.
You have 90 seconds to fire all 3 magazines.
They admit it's not the sort of work that makes headlines, but is necessary for building strong, sustainable organizations. And while the 170th, which is now in the process of leaving the North, has received acclaim for its work as an advisory force, the real test of preparedness for the Afghan Border Police will come in the future,
Are there any questions?
as they are advised by the U.S. National Guard's 37th Brigade, a change that will mean a reduction of more than 1,000 troops. The regional customs advisor says he is not concerned about the change-out of ISAF personnel. He's used to ISAF groups coming and going.
We always experience this one. Myself actually do not have any problem, because with the new team, when I introduced with them, when I explained them these things, we established a good relation and friendship relation.
While talk among ISAF is about the change of command in the north and the new advisory team for the ABP, Lieutenant Colonel Zetterstrom, an outgoing officer from the 170th, made it clear that it is the Afghan Border Police, not ISAF, who are squarely shouldering the brunt of work and responsibility for the crossing. Jeff Holden, in Balkh Province, Afghanistan, for the NATO channel.
I'm Stephanie Olney saying thanks for watching Broadcast News Network, and be sure to tune in next week for another episode of BNN's National News in 30.